What's up, guys? What's going on, man? I am Paul. This is Pauline Theology's daily devotional, and we are going through the book of Genesis. And today we are on the blessings. We're on the blessings of Asher and Naphtali. So some of these guys, we really haven't spoken a whole lot about, or is not mentioned a whole lot in the scriptures. We've gone through Dan and Issachar, Reuben, Asher, Naphtali is what we're about to jump into. And so to see all of the tribes and to hear their futures through the words of Israel, I think is pretty cool. So I hope you guys are enjoying going through this as I am enjoying going through this. But if you haven't read it yet, go ahead and check out Genesis 49:20 through 21 as we speak about Asher and Naphtali. Stop the tape, come back, and we'll discuss the 4 questions. If you've read it, let's jump into it, man. What's going on, man? What's up with Asher and Naphtali? Well, Asher, it says that, man, they got the choicest foods, man. They the chefs, and that they chefery will be for the king. They got delicacies for the king. And then it talks about Naphtali, man, and it says that they will be a doe freed, like free to roam. With in this last part actually is difficult translations, but it could be either it says like the words are beautiful, they have beautiful words, or that it bears beautiful fawns, and so it's a bit difficult to check that out. But anyway, what is going on, man? I mean, what's happening is that these 2 tribes, first off, one's got the delicacies, and second, the other one, which is Naphtali, is just an open fawn, like compared to one that gets to roam free. And we see in the Naphtali is that their land is actually the only one that doesn't have borders. Like their northern border continues on as everybody else has partitioned a specific land and has designated areas. That the land that was given to Naphtali, the tribe of Naphtali, is open to the top, and that could allude to its freedom, how it can just roam because it's boundless. And for Asher, man, it's tough because they are delicacies for the king. Their land is beautiful. It's wonderful, great for growing crops and yielding produce. But this last part, the one for the king, is might be a slight. Now they do offer their delicacies, and they do offer their foods to the king of Judah, the David and Solomon, and I think it speaks about some of that stuff in the scriptures. But also, it could be the fact that they didn't do all that they were supposed to do in driving out the Canaanites, and because of that the food that they're offering is actually food for the Canaanite kings. And so it could be both. Even though they do have beautiful and wonderful land, what God gives you, he gives in abundance and blessing, and it's great for them. But in another way, it could be just them not doing what they're supposed to do. So what's to say about God? Well, I think it says that God is all wise. That God is omnipotent. He is omnipotent, but omniscient, that he knows everything. And so when he tells the people to drive out the Canaanites from the land, he says it for a purpose. He has a reason. And when Asher doesn't do that as a tribe, then they become subjugated, and they offer what the bounty and beauty was for them and their family to another person. What does this scripture say about mankind? What does it say about humans? Well, I think it says that we need to follow God's plan. And when we don't do so, there are consequences. And I think we talked about consequences in one of the episodes, and that consequences are neither good nor bad. But for good things, good consequences, bad things, bad consequences. And whenever the people don't obey God, when we don't obey God, consequences of things that happen bad occur. But when we follow God, the consequences are good. And so I want to say that in this passage, understanding it from the future of the tribe is to see that God has a good plan for us. And if we follow it, then we become bountiful in things that is beyond even our own recognition. But when we don't, things happen that are devastating. So how do we apply these truths to our lives? Well, I think we should trust the oracles of God, trust the words of God, trust the things that he has spoken, and do so even when we don't quite understand what's going on. That I think that's probably the biggest thing, is doing it when we don't understand quite what's going on, because that's whenever we start questioning God. That's whenever we start wondering if his way is the best way. So what is going on in your life where you're thinking, man, I don't understand, God, why you trying to tell me to do this or go this way or have this done, but surrender it to him and say, but I will do what you say because I trust that your plan is good, will bring you glory, and help me in whatever situation. So today, make that choice, make that commitment. Hey, I appreciate you guys for listening, and we'll see you back in the next episode. We only got two more brothers.